card I have is, I always say her name wrong, Penny Schnitzes.
Good evening. Most of what I was going to talk to you about this evening has been stated. I can fill in a few little cracks that I'd like to tell you about. Excuse me. I've lived here since 1977 and seen a wide variety of change. I have 5 children that have graduated from Lewisville High School. My house backs up to the baseball field, so if you're at a baseball game, you see a house with an LHS on the back, that's my house. We have farmer pride in our house, and you could even say that we bleed maroon. I have worked very diligently through all these many years with PTA, with different committees, have been happy to be part of the Farmer Focus Group, and I truly, truly believe that the concept of the 910 is the way to go. And again, I'd like to thank all of the people that have spoken tonight. You've done a great job, and I hope you'll take this into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next card I have is Michael Todd.
Madam President, School Board, Dr. Waddell, thank you very much for this opportunity. I am an avid teacher at the Kilo campus, and I want to first say thank you so much for allowing us to keep this program at our school. It's not only doing well, but it's thriving, and our students thank you. One of the things I wanted to speak on was the silent majority that voted for this bond election years ago to have this campus, to this 910 campus. And I am rest assured that that will take place because the voters have spoken their piece, and I'm sure that you guys are going to carry that out. But one of the things I want to talk about is say thank you so much for not treating our students unfair as some have suggested. Because just the investment of $50 million that you have placed in these schools show that you have invested in our present and our future success. And thank you very much for that. In fact, the zoning proposal that's given is based on equality. And I thank you for that. What is best for students, I believe, is the smaller communities. The reason for that is because every student benefits. It's not just for the wealthy, it's not just for the poor, it's not for the well-educated and those that are struggling, it's not for the AP student, it's not for the student that has special needs. It actually helps everyone. And I know that our mission is to help everyone. Matter of fact, our mission is dedicated to education and committed to meeting the needs of every individual. And that's every individual student. And so I know that you guys have the best interest at heart, and I thank you for that. I thank you for giving this forum to where we can discuss things, one side or the other. I thank you very much for that. One of the things that I appreciate is having a chance to be on the Farmer Focus Group. We had a chance to go to Plano and see what they did. And one of the things they said was, we really like the fact that you guys have 2 910 campuses that are going to be unified. They're going to be working together as far as curriculum goes, athletics. They said one of the things we wish we would have done is to have them not compete. And that's what we're doing. They're not going to be competing. In fact, they're all going to be together, so you'll have the consistency, you'll have that team effort, and that builds on the court, and it builds on the football field, and the soccer field, and softball field, and the baseball field. And so those things will actually take place. And not only that, but small communities provide an opportunity for more academic growth, individual growth, involvement, mentoring, and leadership for every student. I think what I'm most proud of is the fact that you guys are always thinking about what's best for the students. And so I have no doubt that that's exactly what's going to take place. And so thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. The next card I have is Brian Peterson.
Good evening. I also wanted to speak in support of the Reading Recovery Program. I can certainly understand the difficulty in administering 14% cut to the state funding. I can also personally attest to the impact of the Reading Recovery Program and Mrs. Bratton at Donald Elementary on my 6-year-old daughter, Paige. Not only the impact and the improvement in reading ability, but also her self-esteem, self-confidence is going to prepare her well for future success. And it is distressing, the thought of not having that type of program available for my 2 younger daughters and for the other children of our district. I do feel strongly that the elimination of this program would not only be a loss for the Lewisville ISD, but also Donald Elementary, other elementary schools, and the future of our children who otherwise are at risk for falling behind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Zelva Griffith.
Thank you so much for your time and for the opportunity to speak. I'm a proud mom of 2 kids, one a current Marcus tennis player and one who was in Marcus band. Both were on and loved their middle school tennis team. Tonight I'm here to speak to you about my concerns with middle school tennis and its possible elimination. Our family moved here because we wanted our children in a great district, and boy did we find it. LISD currently has excellent academics, fine arts, and athletics. This excellence trifecta did not happen by accident or because the children in our district happen to be blessed with gifted genes. This excellence is the direct result of many years LISD has invested in our kids, our faculty, and our facilities. Now with the downturn in the economy, you're understandably considering cuts. I want to urge you to not make cuts based on our current economic situation. This temporary tight economy is why LISD allocated a rainy day fund. Let's use that money to temporarily buoy us through until things turn around. My concern is if you eliminate middle school programs such as tennis, band, basketball, or orchestra, the high school programs they feed into will undoubtedly falter. You cannot have competitive high school athletic or music programs without growing them early in middle school. This is especially true for schools that serve lower income families who cannot pay for private lessons to compensate for these cuts. If we start down the slippery slope of cuts that weaken our great programs at their roots, instead of using our rainy day fund to weather the downturn, our programs and reputation will suffer. If so, I can promise you 2 things. Families will move to stronger districts, and your best teachers will move on to other districts where they feel supported and can therefore be successful. Let's use some of our well-planned rainy day fund for what it was intended and enable our district to stay great, therefore attracting families and keeping great teachers. If we truly cannot avoid making some cuts, let's make sure those cuts are fair and balanced across all activities in our district. Let's please not send the message to the kids and coaches that tennis is less important than any of the district's other programs. Let's not tell the hundreds of kids that participate in middle school tennis and high school tennis that they are expendable. If it really is time for the district to drop some 10 extra pounds it's carrying, let's do it not by cutting off a limb, but let's go on a healthy diet and lose 10 pounds all over, evenly and fairly. In conclusion, I'm asking that we be an optimistic district. Let's use our healthy rainy day fund to maintain our long-term approach to growing great programs so we can continue to attract new families and retain excellent teachers who feel supported. Let's continue moving forward in excellence, not backwards by weakening a formula that we've already proven works. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.